Oh god. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Lorena, and I wanted to do a video for you on Let's Catch Up. That's what this is gonna be. A Let's Catch Up video. I haven't posted. Yeah, it's been a while since I posted, so I think I need to post something. Y'all are asking me questions, so let me fill you in on what's going on. All right, let's catch up. All right, last time I left you, we were talking about the adding of the AC unit. Well, there was a couple delays, and I want to share which ones. One, it's hot here in Texas. It is so hot that the AC people, you know, HVAC technicians, they are so busy. They're hard to schedule. The technician that the contractor was working with had so much work that he couldn't really come when he needed to come, apparently. And it kind of delayed us like a week and a half. In that process of that delay, the contractor found out that we needed to add a 220 electrical system, so we had to add a box to the back house because I didn't have enough power for both AC units. So that was the thing. They had to go ahead and make a line all the way across from my house to the back house and dig a trench, add wiring, and just do a whole thing set up. But yeah. But now I have 220, so if I want to put a stove in there or a dryer or something like that, I have the power for it. But that was the thing. I ended up getting a Senville Ductless 2 Mini Split. You can add up to 4 or 5. I'm not sure exactly. Don't quote me. But on the mini split that I got, it had 2 units to it. The contractor ended up having to kind of set up the units upstairs and downstairs and get everything ready and kind of connect everything electronically and make sure that everything was set up while we were waiting for the technician. And then we kind of waited for the technician. Now let me just say this, if you're gonna add a ductless system to your house, I do recommend a technician, but let me give you some tips on your technician. Make sure that your technician goes and stays there longer than 30 minutes after setting it up and makes sure that the system is working right. The technician the contractor got literally set it up, got everything connected, and then turned around and left. He was probably there 30 minutes when it started running. It looked cold, it felt cold for a period of time, but upstairs when I was talking to the contractor, I said it kind of feels like a lukewarm cold, not Freon cold, if that's the thing. And he's like, oh, the settings are wrong, and kind of brushed it off like that. And come to find out that because of that, we were delayed another 2 or 3 weeks because we could not get a technician to come back. So it's just been an AC mess. I'm just telling you the whole thing, guys. I'm being honest. It was a mess. Let me just share this. If you have a feeling inside yourself that something is not right and others are telling you that you don't know what you're talking about, a lot of times you'll disqualify your own voice and you'll listen to theirs, and you were probably right. Within the first day, the AC unit ended up having an error code, was a line dash on the bottom unit downstairs. I text the contractor telling him that this was going on and is that normal, because in the manual, in the user's manual, it didn't share that. And then upstairs, what it did the line and completely turned off, and you couldn't turn it back on. So I texted the contractor, asked him if that was normal, and he kind of, I don't know if he was kind of trying to figure out what was going on. He went ahead and tried to contact the AC technician guy, and the guy was so busy it was hard to get a hold of him. So we're doing this back and forth banter, and then finally the contractor came and checked the system, said that everything was right, and then did something to it to where the line wasn't happening anymore, and it wasn't turning off anymore. And then this happened. Oh, Father, have mercy on me. Well, I try to be a very patient person. I don't like getting angry. It's the worst feeling ever. And when I walked in and I saw the AC unit frozen over and making that weird noise, it infuriated me. I called the contractor the next day because I was so mad that I didn't want to deal with it. So I turned it off and let the AC unit thaw off and gave myself some, calm yourself, girl. Things are gonna be okay. Don't be panicking. It's just a machine. You can return it. You can replace it. Trying to talk to myself. But man, the feeling inside my spirit was just broken. Finally, the second day after that situation happened, I contacted him and said, you know what? This is kind of getting me mad. It's infuriating me. So he came right away and he brought a different technician, which I love this technician because everything I was telling the contractor, like it cools and then it turns off. It's cold and then it's not cold after a period of time. It shows these weird prompts. Something's going on upstairs. Like the technician sat and saw all those sicknesses of the machine. I think sometimes it's real hard because you are experiencing it because you're using the product, or like you're driving your car and then you show the mechanic, and right in front of the mechanic it doesn't reveal itself, which kind of sucks, and they can't fix it if it's not revealed. So with this technician, everything was revealed, and what they thought is that the pressures were off, or also that the motherboard was giving wrong signals to wrong machines. So that was the thing. So the guy set it up, tried to do the pressures right, added Freon, and then gave me like an allotment of 2 days to see how it's working. Well, he left and it started doing the same weird stuff again. And yeah, but now understand it's summer here. Texas is horrible. And so now this technician got busy, and if you end up having a Senville Ductless Mini Split unit, I recommend, if you have any of these problems, don't wait for a technician to do what you should do. Call the company. Yeah, I should have called the company right when everything was happening. The thing is the manual didn't give the codes. They didn't give you the resources to figure out what's really going on. So I'm relying on the contractor. I'm relying on the AC guy to know what they're doing. And calling the company, the technician, was the best thing I ever did. I called this guy named Sam on the technical support on Senville. The guy was wonderful. He told me that it's an easy fix. It's not that big of a deal. And right away, when I told him what was going on, he told me they crossed the wires. Yeah, cross wires. He says that the line was a cross-wired signal, and that the first technician didn't wire it right, and that was the problem. It's an easy fix, and if it's not, they'll refund me, and not to worry, like they're going to take care of me. After I talked to him, I had such a peace in my soul, and I talked to the contractor. As a matter of fact, the technician gave me his extension, Senville. His extension is 1147 if y'all want it. His name was Sam. He was awesome. He turned around and said, have them call me when they're there, and I can walk them through the whole system and everything will be fine. So yeah, the AC guy came with the contractor, and guess what? The wires were crossed. Oh my god. So now my AC works like a charm. It's beautiful. Because it was not working, y'all are asking me questions. Have you moved in? Well, I did clear out a lot of the space on the long room on the bottom. A lot of the bins I ended up putting downstairs because the AC worked downstairs. On the upstairs, I left it pretty much empty, and I left it empty because I'm not moving stuff upstairs when it's hot, and I can't. Girl, she chubby. I can't. No. And so I was waiting for them to fix it because I was going to either get rid of the system, get a brand new one, or get those window units. I didn't care anymore, do anything. But no, the contractor, you know, poor guy. Both of us were both stressed out. We were both dealing with the mess, and I really want to thank the AC guy, Poncho, who came back, and you know, he didn't find the system. The technician on Sylvian found the system, but this guy was willing to do anything possible to make sure that I was satisfied. So yeah, an easy fix. Uncross the wires. So yeah, 3 weeks of delay, almost a month of delay. The stupidest thing ever, but I have AC upstairs. I'm excited. It's beautiful. And let me also share with you, this is about 4 days later where we are at, and it's exciting. The whole room downstairs is, the long arm room is empty now. Yay! The downstairs, we're trying to move a lot more stuff in there, and I think what I'm going to do at this current time is wait with my embroidery stuff, because I need to organize my quilting stuff before I move anything else. My life is in havoc, disorder, and I don't work well in that system. Now, the blessings of the delays, let me just share, is I got a lot of my clients' quilts done. I still need several more to get done, but I wanted to get as many as I possibly could before we move the machine. So that got taken care of. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been filming. I've been trying to finish my long arm quilting work. I've also been trying to organize downstairs and just trying to not have a chaotic mess everywhere. Also too, as we're doing updates, I have moved my church to another building. I have vacated the premises of where I used to have services. So let me share some beautiful pictures of the empty space. It's kind of bittersweet, but the blessing is I'm going to have services closer to my community, closer to where I live. And yeah, I'm just excited for the change. So right now, at this moment in time, I'm having a lot of changes, a lot of changes, but everything's okay. Everything's gonna work out. I'm also doing a block swap on Facebook. I have a beautiful pattern. I wanted to do a video on the pattern, so I'm hoping that will come up sooner than later. And then I want to do a video on how to deconstruct the long arm and rebuild the long arm, because let me just share with you how much it's going to cost to move the long arm. If I was to pay someone locally who he couldn't help me because he had surgery, I'm sure I was going to pay him about $800 to move the long arm. And Gamel said that they would move the long arm for $1,500. This is an expensive gig, man. This is an expensive gig. So I talked to the man who moved the machines here locally. He came to my house and kind of gave me some directives and instruction. Also, Gamel or Linda's Electric Quilting sent me a PDF on how to deconstruct the machine, which is a blessing. And me and my son are doing it, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.